Blackburn. She loved them both, but didn't think Spencer was appropriate. I like her.
So a year after she's released from the hospital, she finds herself in your bookstore and sees a man that looks familiar?
Mm-hmm. You know, it took her almost a week to work up the nerve to approach me and ask about it.
So what did you tell her?
To call you, darling. I don't know anything about this young woman, except what she told me. Is her story true? All of it? Part of it? Any of it? Now, the man that she thought was familiar is a friend of mine. You know, old habits really do die hard, Veronica. I'm still inclined to be ferociously private.
Is this man someone she might have known?
I have no idea. You'll have to ask him, if he's willing to talk to you.
Think your friend as private as you, Captain?
Oh, no. Much more.
Catherine's apartment was close enough to the ocean to be cooled by it, but far enough away to be affordable. She seemed as lonely as a widow on Valentine's Day. Catherine had lived in her apartment for a year, and it was still as impersonal as a motel room. But that made a sorry kind of sense. If you really don't know who you are, if you have no history, or opinions, or even likes or dislikes that you've acquired during a life of experience, how do you begin to decorate your environment? Whose pictures go on the mantle? How do you even pick out the clothes you need to wear?
I have no memory of this either. This was also a part of my old life. My new life began June 17th when I came out of the coma. By that time, I didn't look so bad. I'd had a month to heal. Now, I'm just 1 year old. And I probably look no better or worse than I ever did. But I can't prove it, can I? I have no pictures older than me.
Where did they find you?
A hotel room a few miles from here with one of the cleaning women found me in the morning. The doctor said I'd been beaten up 12 hours before.
Whose name was on the register?
R. Smith.
No one remembered seeing you come in?
No. No one could even remember R. Smith.
What can you tell me about the man in the bookstore?
He was the first face I've seen in a year that looked at all familiar.
Tell me, what does that feel like, Catherine? Just someone with no memories.
A tug on the brain. A tingle. It's more physical than anything else. Or maybe it's just a trick of the mind. Like someone who loses a hand or a leg, but can sometimes still feel their fingers or toes. Still, if I could just meet this man, or someone could, even for a minute, just long enough to ask him if he remembers me. Maybe his answer will be yes. And if it is, and if he does, maybe there is a chance that this very lost person might still be found.
Doing a favor for Kelsey Horn wasn't going to pay too many bills. But I had an appointment to meet a new client, a paying customer. Her name was Phoebe Vaughn. I met her on the first Monday of June. She wore a cashmere suit the color of raspberry ice and had a wedding ring with a diamond in it big enough to clog a drain. And she had brown eyes with lights dancing in them, just bright enough to confuse me into thinking it was happiness and not fear. But the confusion didn't last long.
Veronica, Clare.
Mrs. Vaughn?
Thank you for agreeing to see me.
Please, sit down.
I'd like to hire you to conduct an investigation.
What kind of investigation?
My husband is chairman of the board of Graff Industries. He owns the controlling interest. But there's been a proxy fight, a challenge to his leadership.
Those things can be very ugly, I'm told.
Yes. And now he's disappeared. I haven't seen him for 3 days, and he hasn't been to his office. At least, that's what they say.
Who's they?
Dexter Mills. He's the president of Graff Industries, and Gloria Parrish, she's the senior vice president and controller.
And what about the police?
They haven't been contacted.
Whose idea was that?
According to Mills and Parrish, to bring in the police would be to bring in the press, to go public and possibly create a scandal.
What sort of scandal are Mills and Parrish afraid of?
My husband is very much a man. Do you understand, Miss Clare? There have been other times. The stress of leadership, the incredible pressure.
But you don't think that this is like those other times?
Elliot is a very conscientious man. There's work and there's play. I've never known him to confuse the two.
Do Mr. Mills and Gloria Parrish know that you plan to see me?
I didn't tell them. But I imagine they'll soon find out.
Maybe it was the month of June in LA. Maybe it was the solitaire and unopened bills. Maybe it was finally one too many nights of missing you. But whatever it was, I could already feel myself getting pulled into a place I didn't want to go. Being led there by a woman in a cashmere suit and a diamond the size of a Hershey's Kiss. And all of a sudden I was thinking what it might be like if I never came back.
Sorry for the delay, Miss Clare, but so goes the world of captains and kings.
Hello, Mr. Mills.
What's this all about? Private investigator employed by the wife of the chairman of the board to what? Exactly what? We didn't get that far, did we?
No, we didn't.
Well, then let's, shall we? I'm sure we both consider our time valuable. Mine is actually invaluable.
My client is concerned about her husband.
Really? Well, then we share a common concern.
How's that?
Elliot Vaughn works too hard, rests too little, eats too fast, and quite improperly. He smokes, he drinks, he plays Fidel or Point Bridge, he drives at reckless speeds and fornicates. All of which, like almost all of Elliot Vaughn's life, is information readily available to anyone who can read. You were his wife, president of the company, you'd be concerned too.
Well, I'm not either one. Have you noticed any changes in his behavior in the past week?
I'm not a student of psychiatry, Miss Clare.
Then you have no explanation for Elliot Vaughn's disappearance.
I beg your pardon.
Maybe Vaughn didn't believe the story you told her about the Gage Detective Agency, Mr. Mills, which is why she hired me to find her husband.
I see. And what else has Mrs. Vaughn told you?
That he's been missing for 3 days, and that you and a woman named Gloria Parrish told her not to call the police.
Is that all?
Except for what I'm reading between the lines.
And that is?
That she thinks he's dead.
I see. Well, I think it might be best if you told your story to someone else.
Whatever you say.
Just wait one moment, please. What's all this about me being dead?
Those were my words, not your wife's.
Well, it's a funny little game we play, Phoebe and I. You're not buying that, are you?
Do I look like I'm biased?
No. As a matter of fact, you don't look like the sort of woman who'd buy anything that wasn't genuine. I want to be very frank with you, Miss Clare. I probably owe you that much. I'm afraid my wife has suffered a nervous breakdown. Such things are unfashionable in our circle. 8 months ago, my wife was formally diagnosed as delusional.
She's being treated?
The mind is a pitch-black room behind a very thick door, Miss Clare. I've had Phoebe do the best. August Sternhoff, Franklin Petrie, Malcolm Malthus.
Has she ever done anything like this before?
Never. And that's what frightens me. The thought that one day I might have to put her somewhere. For her own well-being, for her own safety. Please, don't be too quick to judge me, Miss Clare. Think about it as I've had to think about it for the worst part of my life. Think about reaching up just as far as you can until you can touch the sun. And then with all the strength and all the courage you have, tear it out of the sky and shove it down into some deep, dark place without doors, without windows, without love, without life.